I remember a couple years ago, a buddy of mine really wanted to break up with his girlfriend. And then the girl's grandma died. What do you do? Like, what do you do in that situation? Because you don't want, the girl's already having a hard time. Her grandma just died. You can't add to the pain. You can't add insult to injury and then break up with her. You look like a mean guy. You don't want that narrative around you. Oh, her grandma died and then he broke up with her, right? So my friend waited like 6 more months before he broke up with his girlfriend. He could not add, he didn't want to add to the pain she was already going through. Chuck Pagano was just fired by the Indianapolis Colts, and that is just an amplified version of that exact same story I told about my friend and his ex-girlfriend. For the record, I have 2 moms. So I have 2, it's very confusing. I live with my best friend's family. I consider his mom my mom, and I also have my birth mom. I have 2 moms, just for the record. One of my moms got cancer. So I understand how important cancer is, how heavy that news is. I've been in a conversation in the room with someone telling you, I have cancer. It's awful. It's really terrible. Cancer is a very, very serious issue. And a couple of years ago when Chuck Pagano got cancer, that was a big moment for the Colts because that has stuck with the Colts for years and years. And that is why it took so long for Chuck Pagano to get fired. Same reason why my buddy didn't break up with his girlfriend when her grandma died. Because, look, I don't want to add insult to injury. This is a bad situation. We got to just kind of wait it out. And once the 6 months passed, my buddy broke up with his girlfriend. Once a couple of years passed, all right, the Colts are now through the thick of things. The Chuck Strong effect is worn off, and now we can fire Chuck Pagano. That's truth. It's harsh reality, but it's true. Chuck Pagano would have been fired much sooner if he hadn't gotten cancer. If he'd had a heart attack or a heart disease or literally almost anything else, anything but cancer, Chuck Pagano probably would have been fired years ago. But because he had cancer, and again, it's harsh, but it's true. That is why Chuck Pagano stuck around so long in Indianapolis with the Colts. I like Chuck Pagano. Chuck Pagano is a good guy. He seems like a good guy through the television, through the internet. But Chuck Pagano is not a head coach. He had Andrew Luck. He used to have all right defensive personnel, and he could not make it happen. I just don't look at him and think, that's a leader I want to follow. Chuck will be a coach again. He's going to probably be the defensive coordinator once again for the Baltimore Ravens. And he's a good defensive coordinator, but Chuck Pagano was not a head coach. And it took far too long. It's about time, actually, Chuck Pagano get fired in Indianapolis. Good guy, just not a head coach. It was time for Chuck Pagano to go in Indianapolis.